Namaste. I am Sri Ramka.
And I am Kira, and Sri and I are delighted to welcome you to June 2019, and thanks for tuning in. We have a lot to share about this month. There is so much happening. As a matter of fact, so much happening that we do invite you to make a note right now, along with subscribing to us right here at Official Sri and Kira. Come back to Official Sri and Kira right here at YouTube every Sunday, noon Pacific time, when we broadcast live weekly updates. And for June, that's really important.
Oh, there's some dates
so
coming that you're going to want to pay attention
Absolutely.
to. Yes, absolutely indeed. Because, May has cultivated an opening for us all. May has invited us to discover the center of resurrection energy, C-O-R-E. And this wave of opportunity that has now brought us into June is going to intensify.
Big time. And so, as you know, if you've been watching our videos, June is an extraordinary month. It is a unique moment. It is an extraordinary event, so to speak, in and of itself, because June is going through an entire Ascension Frequency, Attunement, Adjustment, and this energy, this frequency shift is affecting everything without exception. And remember that the reason this energy has come forward is because it is the time of the rise of the Lineage Holders. And we have so much to share because that actually began May 22nd, one of those magic dates we're going to be going through in just a moment.
May 22nd is a time that launched a cycle that is going to culminate on June 22nd. And so we are at this amazing opportunity where the lineage holders who have been cloaked, that cloak is being thinned and revealed, and those that are choosing to step forward in their authenticity are going to discover that they can truly live the life of their dreams.
Well, this is what's happening is with this rise of the linear holder energy, as Sri mentioned, that this actually began on May 22nd. And if you have been listening to our shows, we've talked about this a lot, to go back and really pay attention at what happened May 22nd. You might want to go back and revisit that if you haven't already, because that cycle is still going until June 22nd. But remember, my loves, the energy of June is, as Sri mentioned, with this removal of the cloaking device of the lineage holders, this is an opportunity for fun. And that fun and that experience is going to come through your self-love. Now, why are we sharing it that way? Because the lineage holders have been cloaked primarily through self-cloaking mechanisms. If you are a lineage holder, and we're going to be putting out a checklist on this, and we're going to be putting out a program on this as well, because we're in a moment of great support. But lineage holders tend to be that one in their family that is considered the black sheep, often ostracized, maybe doesn't play well with others, had a hard time finding other friends, maybe went through several different versions of the you that you are because you're often hiding the you that you are. And this is the blessing of June, that opportunity to say, you know what, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to try on the truth of who I am and allow that to come forward at a moment when the universe is supporting that. So that's a big welcome.
Well, it is. And there may be those of you that are percolating going, am I a lineage holder? Well, I just want to say, if you've gone through multiple efforts to find harmony in your life and you keep feeling like you've bumped into emotional or other trauma events, chances are you are. Because where we are in June, as this cloaking energy is lifted, we have the opportunity to come forward in our authenticity and live the life of your dreams.
And this brings us to something I really need to share, which is, remember, my loves, when we hide, we lie. Hiding is lying.
Yes.
And so when we are lying about who we are, when we are lying about that which we are experiencing, then we are indeed energizing density into our lives. We are energizing chaos. We are energizing drama. And so if we are hiding, we are lying. But if we are simply being, we are freeing. And so June is a month of great freedom opportunity based upon your ability to say yes to you. Now, let's get into this, because what happened on May 22nd was that for the very first time, we had a transmission from an extraordinary group of ascended beings known as the Divine Directors. And as a matter of fact, Shree's going to read, this is exactly what they said during the opening transmission on May 22nd. Now, they've said a lot more, but this is the Crucible.
This will help you understand the cycle that we have launched together. And they share it as follows. This is the day of first contact for you and the day of eternal remembrance. You are now in a phase shift that will last for the next 30 days and complete itself with the sunrise of the morning of June 22nd. Celebrate that this day is here and celebrate that you are listening.
Now, really take that in, because one of the other things that they shared with us was that the June energy is the first of 4 pulse waves.
Yes.
Now, I want you guys to feel that. This is a very powerful pulse wave energy. This is part of what's been happening on the planet, and that this June pulse wave is the first of 4 pulse waves. All 4 pulse waves are happening in this year yet, but this June pulse wave is the largest, and it will last 4 full weeks, with the shortest of these pulse waves lasting a mere 4 minutes. And so we're going to be, we have not been told when the rest of the pulse waves are. They only told us that this is the first one. It's the longest. It's 4 full weeks. And it really ties in with this energy integration, because as the rise of the lineage holders comes forward, as lineage holders remember themselves, greater mastery comes forward on the planet. And that, Sri and I were laughing this morning that the gift of rising up and remembering and celebrating you is that you can honestly laugh at that which on the surface of density is so horrific and so expansive and is trying to seek your attention. But when you can stay in that higher frequency and be in that core mastery energy, and we're going to show you how to do that in just a moment, then you can really laugh at this and get, this just isn't real. And in many senses, it's like a bad B movie. It really is. And so, go ahead, Trey, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just smiling at that, because the joy portal
exactly
is the elevator of your ascension.
Exactly.
This does not mean that you diminish or deny what's going on. This is where we recognize that it's an illusion.
It is. It's all just playtime illusion.
Now, there are many unique alignments that are coming in 2019.
Yeah.
And they'll continue into 2020. So we're being offered the opportunity right now to kind of jump into the future and gather that recognition and bring it into present time, so that we don't wobble as much through this energy adjustment that's
Now,
coming.
if you don't know what we mean by wobble, go to ShriandKira.com, our website, go to our articles, and you're going to have to go back about a year or so, but we did a great article on Are You Experiencing Wobble? Because that wobble energy is going to be very present in June, simply because it's like having all these different energies, all these different magnetizations, so to speak, trying to find their way. And this is why it is such a magnificent month of extraordinary illumination. Now, Shri just mentioned, I want to share with you, we are literally, and this is part of what's happening with the timelines and this multiple dimensional and the portal shifts, we are literally being given an opportunity in June to jump ahead into the early months of 2020, where that core mastery energy is fully anchored within us. Grab that, harness it, bring it back into June, and open up our eyes even wider. And this is why Shri and I are offering the Gathering of the Masters, the core journey that starts Tuesday, June 4th. It is a live video journey. It is a Gathering of the Masters. We are doing it for a $22 donation to our humanitarian efforts, because the more of us that gather together and ignite together in that moment, the 4th and the 11th, and if you're catching this at the end of the month, go watch the videos, go grab it and connect with it, the greater you will be able to harness that core energy and really harvest that kind of time travel jump back into now, to be able to have positive effect on your life and through this Ascension Frequency Attunement Adjustment energy.
And the timing of this is important, because the June, call it the June opportunity, the June pulse, the peak energy begins June 16th to 18th. So by joining with us on June 4th, you are preparing yourself to be fully available and have the core experience that will allow you to manifest your authenticity in ways you have not yet done.
The core energy is a reassurance. And remember, it started in May, but it was May 22nd when we had this massive rise of the lineage holder energy that's going to be building. So let's put up a graphic, because Shri started talking to you about some specific dates. So let's talk about that right now. So as Shri mentioned, June 16 through 18 is going to be the peak moment. And you'll see that we have that here on this graphic with two little stars where it says June 16, 18, because in this month, it's going to build, 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 build. It's going to crescendo. And post June 18th, we are in yet another experience of this moment. And then we go to June 20th. Now remember, June 20th is the first day of the July Mercury retrograde. It's your first pre-shadow day. And so that is going to carry us through all the way until August 15th. And as you're gazing at this chart, you'll notice, wow. So the minute we go clear of that post-retrograde period is when the second cycle within the cycle begins and amplifies again August 15 through November 5. Then, I mean, we're still here, right guys? So we were just talking about June 20. Now we go to June 21, the solstice. There's so much happening.
And the solstice is always magnificent, and this year is especially potent. It is a peak moment to balance with the energy of the month, and that will carry you through to June 22nd, which is the integration of this Ascension Mastery cycle that actually opened May 22nd. Which was the day of ignition of the rise of the Lineage Holders.
So you can see there's a lot to keep straight this month, and this is why we've had the chart up in front of you. And so what we want to share with you again is please make a note, join us, subscribe right here, Official Shri and Kira, get in, be with us every Sunday at noon Pacific time, when every week live we will offer you more energy for the week, more to understand. We also offer mini soul readings. We connect with you guys through live chat and call in. So give yourself that gift, because as we come together right now, I want you guys to just bring your hands to your heart. And the divine directors gave us the energy to navigate June. So how do we navigate June? Well, we're just gonna read to you exactly the energy given to us by the divine directors. We're gonna put up a graphic so that you can feel this energy as well. And let's just hear what they have to say about the best way through this month.
You have now arrived at the borderlands, the vast valley between the perception of sanity and the freedom of illumination. There is a divine recognition that arises from within as you enter the borderlands of perception and awareness simultaneously. It is the recognition that you have fully anchored into the ninth dimensional frequencies that assist to release further the ties to density that seek to stall your fully empowered state of presence. That piece of the belief systems, the ego, the identity, for it has no name, the presence that arises and radiates through steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust. These three aspects of the journey call forward three other aspects of each other, as they open a framework of support that exists as a bridge and a lifeline to the parallels. This framework is the experience of the oneness through the illuminated presence of the allness.
Taking a deep breath. And so this month, you are being offered three specific energies that will assist you to relax and enjoy and be you in the gift of the Lineage Holder experience without your cloaking device. An opportunity to be in the Ascension Frequency, Attunement Adjustment, and the rich experience of divine awareness.
Beloveds, thank you for being with us today, and please join us each and every Sunday when we continue this conversation so that you may anchor greater clarity and support for the journey. We love you.
Namaste.
Namaste.